Prime Video Ultra, Amazon's bold bet on a tiered streaming future. Welcome back, listeners, to another deep dive into the ever-shifting world of tech and entertainment. Today, we're unpacking a major announcement from Amazon that's got streaming fans buzzing. On March 13th, 2026, Amazon dropped the news that its Prime Video service in the United States is getting a significant shakeup with the introduction of a new subscription tier called Prime Video Ultra, set to launch on April 10th, 2026. This isn't just a rebrand or a minor tweak, it's a strategic pivot that signals where the streaming industry is headed and raises big questions about value, choice, and how much we're willing to pay for a premium viewing experience. So, grab your coffee, settle in, and let's break this down together. First, let's get a clear picture of what's happening. Amazon is replacing its existing ad-free add-on, which used to cost an extra $2.99 a month, on top of a standard Prime membership or standalone Prime Video plan, with this new tier called Prime Video Ultra. But here's the kicker. It's not just a name change. The price is jumping to $4.99 a month, a roughly 67% increase, or about $2 more per month. If you're the type who likes to pay annually, there's a discounted option at $45.99 a year, saving you about 23% compared to the monthly rate. Now, the core Amazon Prime membership itself isn't changing. It's still $14.99 a month, or $139 a year, and it still includes Prime Video as part of the bundle. But the catch is in the details of what you get, or don't get, depending on whether you upgrade to Ultra. Here's where it gets interesting, and for some, a bit frustrating. With this update, Amazon is drawing a hard line between the standard Prime Video experience and the Ultra tier. If you stick with the base plan, whether as part of Prime or standalone, you're now capped at 1080p resolution. That's right, 4K and UHD streaming, which many of us have come to expect as a standard perk with Prime Video, especially for big-budget originals like The Rings of Power or The Boys, is now locked behind the Ultra paywall. On top of that, Ultra subscribers get ad-free viewing across almost all on-demand content, support for Dolby Vision HDR and Dolby Atmos audio, up to 5 concurrent streams, up from 3, and a whopping 100 offline downloads compared to just 25 previously. Meanwhile, the standard tier isn't left completely in the dust. Concurrent streams bump up to 4, and downloads rise to 50. But losing 4K access for non-Ultra users feels like a significant downgrade, especially if you've invested in a high-end 4K TV or streaming device. Amazon's reasoning for this shift is pretty straightforward, at least on paper. They've said that delivering an ad-free experience alongside premium technical features requires substantial investment. And they're not wrong. Producing and streaming high-quality content in 4K with advanced audio isn't cheap, nor is maintaining a vast library of originals, licensed films, and live sports. But what's really driving this change, I think, is a broader trend in the streaming industry. Amazon is looking at competitors like Netflix, Disney+, and Max, who've all embraced tiered models over the past few years. Netflix, for instance, pioneered the idea of splitting plans between ad-supported lower tiers and premium ad-free options with 4K access. Disney Plus and Hulu have followed a similar playbook. Amazon's approach with Ultra keeps the base Prime Video accessible and ad-supported for the masses, while charging more for what they're calling the best experience. It's a way to boost revenue without risking a mass exodus of budget-conscious users who are fine with ads and standard definition. Let's step back for a moment and put this in context. This isn't the first time Amazon has tinkered with Prime Video's monetization. Remember back in late 2023 and early 2024, when they shifted the service from being fully ad-free, a hallmark of the Prime bundle for years, to inserting commercials by default? That move sparked a lot of grumbling, but it also led to a big jump in ad revenue for the company. Then, earlier in 2024, they started pulling back on Dolby Vision and Atmos for many titles in the base tier, reserving those perks for the ad-free add-on. Now, with Ultra, they're doubling down on this segmentation strategy. It's clear that Amazon sees Prime Video not just as a value add for Prime members, but as a standalone revenue engine that can compete with the big players in streaming. So, what does this mean for you, the viewer? Well, it depends on how you use Prime Video. If you're a casual watcher, someone who streams occasionally on a single device, doesn't mind ads, and is fine with 1080p resolution, this change might not hit you hard. The base tier still offers a ton of content, and the slight bump in concurrent streams and downloads is a nice touch. But if you're a cinephile with a 4K setup, or if you've got a busy household with multiple people streaming at once, Ultra might feel less like an option and more like a necessity. For Prime members, adding Ultra means shelling out an extra $60 a year, bringing the total cost for a top-tier Prime Video experience to around $199 annually when combined with the standard Prime fee. For standalone Prime Video subscribers who pay between $8.99 and $9.99 a month without the broader Prime perks, the math works out similarly. That's not pocket change, especially when you consider that many of us are already juggling multiple streaming subscriptions. The early reactions to this announcement paint a pretty mixed picture. Coverage from major outlets has highlighted a sense of frustration among some users, particularly over the decision to gate 4K content behind a higher paywall. For years, 4K streaming was part of Prime Video's appeal, especially for tech-savvy viewers who wanted the best visuals for Amazon's flagship shows. Now it feels to some like another erosion of Prime's once generous value proposition, following other incremental changes like shipping fee adjustments or grocery surcharges in certain areas. On social media and in comment sections, you'll find plenty of folks venting about nickel and diming tactics. On the flip side, there are others who see the logic. After all, streaming services are under immense pressure with rising content costs, licensing fees, and competition from free ad-supported platforms. Amazon's framing of Ultra as an optional enhancement rather than a forced change might resonate with those who appreciate having a choice, even if that choice comes with a higher price tag. It's also worth noting that this rollout is currently limited to the United States, which suggests Amazon might be using it as a testing ground. With over 200 million Prime members globally, a large chunk of whom are in the US, the company likely wants to gauge adoption rates and user feedback before expanding this model internationally. In some regions, Prime Video still offers a fully ad-free base experience, so a shift to a tiered structure like this could be a tougher sell, depending on local expectations and pricing sensitivities. As we look ahead to the April 10th launch date, there's a bigger story here about the future of streaming. Amazon's move with Prime Video Ultra is emblematic of an industry that's evolving rapidly toward more fragmentation and personalization. We're no longer in the era of one-size-fits-all subscriptions, where a single plan gets you everything. Instead, we're seeing a push toward customization. More tiers, more add-ons, more ways to pay for exactly what you want. For some, that's empowering. For others, it's exhausting. And let's not forget the timing. Current ad-free subscribers will automatically transition to Ultra at the new $4.99 rate unless they cancel, with email notifications already rolling out. So if you're in that group, now's the time to decide. Are you sticking with ads and standard quality, paying up for the full Ultra package, or maybe even reevaluating your streaming stack altogether? Here's my take as we wrap up. Amazon is playing a long game with Prime Video Ultra. They're betting that enough users will value the premium features to justify the price hike, while the ad-supported base tier keeps the broader audience engaged. It's a calculated risk in a crowded market, but with Amazon's deep pockets and massive user base, they've got room to experiment. For us as consumers, though, it's a reminder to stay sharp about what we're paying for and whether the value matches the cost. So, what do you think? Will you be upgrading to Ultra? Or are you content with the standard tier? I'd love to hear your thoughts as this story unfolds. Until next time, keep streaming smart, and I'll catch you on the next episode.